Lesson 17B is distributive property, along with combining like terms like we did yesterday. So this is the third time this year that we've visited distributive property. We did it with integers, then decimals, and here we are back with positive and negative fractions. So we're going to just practice simplifying them and reading those problems correctly. Okay? So this is the kind of problem you do know how to do. 5 times quantity x plus 3. If we were to write out the steps, that's 5 times x plus 5 times 3, which is 5x plus 15. Yes? We know how to do this? Okay, and then if there's combining like terms involved, you just still, same thing, distribute. So it's 7x plus 28, and then add the 2x at the end. Then combine the two x terms to make 9x plus 28. Still okay, yes? Alright, then we took it a step further and we have two distributive properties parts in the same problem. And then you have to combine any of those like terms. So all the k's together and all the m's together. And we're going to do this exact same thing today, but with fractions. You ready? Okay. So I'm sure I don't have to tell you how to do this one. So go ahead and try number 1. And I do want you to write the steps out, because it's going to get more complicated. So I want you to get into the habit of doing this again. 1/2 times x minus 1/2 times 8. You can put these over 1. And then obviously this will be 1/2 x. And if you can't do this part in your head, then you might want to show your cross dividing here. And then this will end up being just minus 4. Okay? Any questions about number 1? Alright, let's look at number 2. We have fraction being distributed. So again, I want you to write out that distribution step. This would be 3/5 times 5x. You can put this over 1. Plus 3/5 times 15 over 1. Is there anything we can cross divide? Yes. These 5's cancel out. And this 5 and 15 both divide by 5. This is why I want you to write that step out, so you have something to be cross-canceling on. So now we have 3 times x is 3x, plus 3 times 3 is 9. The bottoms are just 1, so we don't need to write them. Any questions about number 2? Okay, so again I distributed, and then I cross cancel to get my 3x plus 9. Number 3, we now have a fraction on the inside of the parentheses, which is, again, why I wanted you to show that distribution step. 3/4 times 8x over 1 plus 3/4 times 2/3. Can we cross divide? Yes. 1 goes here and 2 goes here. How about the other set? Anything cross cancel? Yes, again, this will be 2 and this will be 1. Multiplying straight across for the first set. 3 times 2 is 6x over 1, we don't need to write, plus 3 times 1 is, we have another cross cancel here. So 1 times 1 is 1, and then we still have a 2 at the bottom. So this will be 6x plus half. Okay, any questions about number 3? Okay. Alright, let's look at number 4. You go ahead and do this one. and then we'll share our answers with our shoulder partner. We distribute this fraction, so this will be 5/8 times 8/3 x minus 5/8 times 1/7. Is there anything we can cross cancel here? Yes, these 8s go away and become 1s. Anything else? Nope, so now we can just multiply straight across. 5 times 1 is 5x over 3 minus 5 times 1 is 5 over 56. Who left it like this? This is perfectly acceptable because in 8th grade, when you start graphing these, the slope, which is this part, the 5/3 is a lot easier to deal with than a mixed number. But if you made it into a mixed number, that is also correct. Okay, so both of those are okay. For these types of problems, you can leave it as improper. But usually we do want to make them mixed numbers. Okay, number 5. We now have distributive property twice in the same problem. So you're going to do the same thing. Distribute this part and distribute this part. And then I want you to stop so we make sure that we set it up correctly. Okay? 3/5 times 5x over 1, then what? No, plus, then this one. 3/5 times, what's the next part? This one. Good. And then plus 2/3 times 6x, don't forget the x, over 1, minus very good. Okay, this is what you all should have right now. If you don't have that, please fix it. And then let's cross divide. So these 5s cancel out. This 5 and 15 cancel. And this 3 and a 6 become, that one's a 2x. And then these 3s cancel out. Anything else? Okay, Carlos, can you tell me what your next step looks like? Just the next step. Then? Good. Then? Very good. Are we finished? No, what do we have to do next, Sean? Add combine like terms, which are these and these. Do you have a question?
Yeah, 3x over 5, it's 3x over 1. It's 3x over 1.
Which one? Oops, you're right. Thank you. Like that? Thank you. So what is 3 plus 4? This will be 7x. And then what's 9 minus 2? Positive or negative? Positive 7. There you go. 7x plus 7. Who got this one correct? Very nice. So let's move on to number 6 then. Please do that one on your own. Distribute this first part and distribute that second part. Cross cancel and then combine like terms. Minus 1 over 3. For x over 1 minus
3 over 4
times Good.
And then I cross canceled
Mm-hmm.
3 over 3 and 9. Not to say all of them.
Sure.
Alright, and then cross canceled 3 and 12. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Cross canceled 4 and 4. Got 1. Cross canceled 4 and then I added all the ones that
Mm-hmm.
I got.
Wait, after, let's multiply first. After you cross cancel, what's the next step look like when you multiply?
I think you find the ones that are over 1 and you make it.
Uh-huh.
And then I
So this is 3x minus,
4x plus
not just 4.
4x.
No, just 4. The second part, this one doesn't have a x in it. 3x minus 4 plus,
3. X.
uh-huh,
That's 6.
minus
Minus
6.
6.
Okay, you need to be careful with your signs there. Okay.
Okay, and then that's totally different, so I'll just look up the
Okay.
and then it's 6x minus 10.
That is correct. Yes, Sean.
Why is the last number 6?
Because we have 3 times 2. Okay, so again, we distributed, and then we cross-canceled, and we got this, combined like terms. Alright, so yesterday we talked about this particular problem, and where I mixed up fractions and decimals in the same expression, right? And we decided that fractions are the way to go. Who can tell me why we like having everything as fractions instead of everything as decimals? Right, sometimes we have repeating decimals. For example, this one. So after I make this all decimals, it looks like this. And then when we combine those like terms, it actually ends up being this answer, which we don't know how to do yet. 0.4 minus 0.3 repeating, we don't know how to get 0.06 bar. This doesn't make sense to us yet, right? This will be later in math. So I recommend making it all fractions so that you get this fraction answer, which we all know how to do. Mm-hmm. Right. It's much easier to convert to fractions. Okay? So we're going to do it that way. So here we have mixed up types. We have some fractions, some decimals. First thing you need to do is change that mixed number to an what? Improper. So this would be 6/5 times 5x plus 8 plus, what's 0.9? 9. Good, 9/10. You just write 9 over 10. Simple as that. And then we can distribute. So this would be written as 6/5 times 5x over 1 plus, because this is a plus sign here, 6/5 times 8 over 1. And then plus again because of this plus sign here. 9/10 distributing into times 6x over 1. And then minus, because this is a minus sign, 9/10 times 3 over 1. Anything we can cross divide? Yes, this is a 5. Anything else? 6 and the 10. Anything else? Nope. Okay, so now let's multiply. What is 6 times x? 6x plus, what's next? 48 over 5, good, plus, go ahead, x, very nice. We can go ahead and put this 6x over 1 here. We want to combine like terms, but do we have common denominators? Nope, so we need to make that happen. We have a LCD of what for that first set? We want it to be over 5, so we need to multiply this one by 5 over 5. So this gives us 30x over 5 plus 27 over 5x. And then this second part, what is the LCD of these two fractions? 10. So we need to multiply this one by 2 over 2. So this will give us 96 over 10 minus 27 over 10. What's 30 plus 27? 57x over 5 plus what's 97 minus 27? 96 minus 27? 69 over 10. And you can leave it this way, or you can make it into a mixed number. 11 and 2/5 x plus 6 and 9/10. Both of these are acceptable. So again, we distributed, and what I did here was just make it improper, and I distributed in the same step. And then combine like terms after I make them common denominators, and then I get my answer. You're doing number 8, please. First step is to distribute, right? So we have 4 times 1.5. If you did that as decimals, you'll see that it's actually an integer, so you didn't have to change it to 1.5. But if you did, 1.5 is 3 over 2, so I'm going to do that. 4 over 1 times 3 over 2x minus 4 over 1 times 3/5 plus, this is 8 over 5 times 2x over 1 plus 8 over 5 times 5 over 1. Anything to cross cancel? Good. These, oops. Let me write that again. And if you don't have this step correct right now, can you please fix it on your paper so we can move on? Okay, these cross cancel. And these cross cancel. Anything else? Nope, so we can multiply now. 2 times 3x is 6x minus, what's next? Emilio?
6x will be 5, 1 times 5, and then 4 is going to be 12 over 5.
Mm-hmm. Plus?
Plus 5, so 16 over 5x.
Mm-hmm. Plus?
Plus 8 over 1.
Which is just 8. Very nice. Let's put those x terms together. What's the LCD there? 5. We want this one to be over 5, so I make this over 1. I can multiply by 5 over 5 and make this 30 over 5x plus the 16 over 5x. And then this one, what's the LCD for these constants? Also 5. I want them to be over 5. So I have minus 12 over 5 times, this one will be times 5 over 5, makes it plus 40 over 5. What is 30 plus 16? 46 over 5x And then, what is negative 12 plus 40? 28 over 5. And you can leave it like this, or you can make it a mixed number, which would be Adrian? Oh, yes. Thank you. Plus 28 over 5. What's the mixed number? Very nice. So both of these answers are acceptable. Okay. So just again to reiterate, we distributed, then we combine like terms. Make them all over 5 so that we can combine them, and you can have a mixed number answer or leave it improper for these kinds of problems. Number 2s, would you please read what the content objective was today? Ready? Share.
Okay.